Hey guys, Magus here, and I'm actually reviewing a game which I have not done in many, many years. So what is this I'm reviewing? Something I've never reviewed ever, a visual novel, and a subgenre I have never played before of said visual novel. Now, I've played visual novels, and thanks to Darkstream, I recently had an interest. But I found this motherfucker on a whim. This is called Piofiore, Faded Memories, and it was basically released last week as of October the 16th. It was released on the 8th, last Thursday. So, 2020, and obviously this is done by Access Games and Idea Factory, and they're known for their Otome games, which are a subgenre of the visual novel that is targeted to women and girls. And basically a lot of these are, love stories and things like that. But this is my first foray into it, and I'm pretty impressed because it wasn't just all about love. This is a pretty dark game at places. This is a story about a mafia war. They don't shy away from the violence. There's torture, there's killings. There is a lot of thriller moments. There's a lot of exciting moments in it. The plot is really well written. And the reason I'm doing a review on this is there's just not many reviews on it. Really, the one good review that I saw on it was, I don't remember her name, but she does a lot of, like these type of games. And I will say that is a good review for that genre. She wasn't as blown away as I was, but she thought it was solid, and she seems, her reviews just seem really cool. And then there was done by a Yahtzee wannabe whose channel just sucks and he hates everything. So just pretty much ignore that one. But the one channel that did do it well, she does it for that audience. I wanted to do this review for being an outsider and fairly new to the visual novels genre, and really practically brand new to Otome games. I've, have played very few visual novels, and I've never played an Otome game before. But I wanted to bring this game to attention to someone who may know of the Otome, or maybe think this might be too girly or something. This honestly, for someone who's new to this genre, this is a badass game in every respect. Now, of course, there are moments with the main character where she'll, you play as her name's Liliana, and she'll be like, oh my god, he's beautiful. There's moments like that, but the overall plot is just fucking cool. Now, the basic premise of this is, yes, it is, as I stated, a mafia game done by Japanese developers. It's set in a town called Berlin, and it is really, like a cesspool of fuckers, to say the least. All these motherfuckers are, trying to, kill each other. There are three major gangs: the Falzoni, the Visante, and the La Chao. And I'm not going to explain all of them. Really, you need to just dive into it because there's a lot of lore around these gangs in the game, which I really enjoyed. A lot of lore around the town of Berlin. There's a lot of lore in this game, which I liked. And the characters are very surprising, Everyone seems, from the reviews, like Yang. I dug Yang, but I actually dug everyone much more, maybe more so than everyone else did. That's just me. I thought, Nicola in particular, his arc was very surprising. There are 5 characters Liliana goes through, and then the finale moment that brings the true ending to, to fruition. They're each leader, 3 of them are the leaders of the gangs. Yang leads La Chao. Dante, I don't know why I forgot his name. Dante leads Falzone, and Gilbert leads Visante. Then you play as Orlok, who's this mysterious assassin, and Nicola, who's actually second in command of the Falzone under Dante. He works under Dante. And Nicola in particular's arc really surprised the hell out of me. I love how it all came together. There's a lot of ancillary characters. There's moments where, you stay in areas for a long period of time. You get to know these characters, even the lesser characters. There's some really minor characters who don't even have character models or anything that you actually care about. So, where does Liliana fit in all of this? Well, she's a nun, and for reasons that I will not reveal here, all of these major 3 gangs are looking for this motherfucker. And looking for her. She's a motherfucker, shit. And I thought she was an interesting character, and it's a pretty fun story. I loved it. I think there's some weird plotting issues towards the end. If you play this, particularly Nicola's storyline had a weird moment toward the end. I'm not going to spoil this, But as an overall visual novel, I even told this to Darkstream, and he'd never even heard of this. If you're looking for a visual novel, because we just got like the more well-known science adventure, Robotic Notes Elite, which I got, and Robotic Notes Dash, which I also got. Those are more well-known. Steins Gate, you know. But Robotics Notes just came out. I'm worried that this game will be overlooked by those other games. But, you know, don't ignore Robotic Notes, of course, but if you're looking for something else to play, this is pretty solid. And even though it's in a specific genre, and as an outsider, I enjoyed the hell out of it. I enjoyed the story. I enjoyed everything about it. There's some cool features like Meanwhile where, you know, these will pop up. So like say two characters are mad and they walk out of the main action, you hit up and you see a scene between them. And it takes their perspective. So as a writer, there's a lot of inner monologue you get to see in these sequences from ancillary characters. There's a glossary feature when certain words, they use a lot of real Italian cuisines. They really made it feel authentically Italian in a lot of ways. All the food is authentic. This is no just like, oh, eat some lasagna. These are fucking dishes like, I don't even remember the names of them, but there's like soups and shit that you don't even know. But I will say this game is fucking awesome. And I have enjoyed it, and it's worth the $43.99. There's a ton of hours to put in this. And I am very, very excited to bring this game to people who may not know about it. Do I recommend this? I don't give game reviews. I will highly recommend this if you're looking for a new visual novel. If you're not particularly looking for something in Otome, if you're not into that genre, I will still say this is something that interested me. I didn't know anything about Otomes before this came out, but I will say as a visual novel, it's pretty fucking dope. And don't let the Otome aspect, you know, fool you. This is a pretty fucking solid game. So I recommend it. Darkstream, you should get this. You would really enjoy this. Lady Leon is a pretty central character. Remember, she's a nun. The mafia's after her. What else can you say? Motherfucking mafia shit. So there you go. And it's an anime style of mafia, you know, and that means a lot of exaggeration, which makes it cool. So I didn't really go into details about themes and stuff because I didn't want to spoil it. Maybe I'll give a spoiler review someday. But right now, I will give this a recommendation. If you're into visual novels, I want to bring more fucking attention to this game. Share this. If you're into visual novels, do this. Remember, there's only 2 reviews. One good by the girl who does Otome games. One sucks by a wannabe. You know, wannabe Yahtzee. So there you go. And I hate Yahtzee too. He sucks. But with that said, guys, I am out of here. And with that, guys, Magus out.